Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 6 of the 2D Sportsbar. As always, joined by my fellow Dylan. Dylan.
Good evening, morning, afternoon, all.
Shall we start with the Premier League from the weekend?
Yeah, we'll start with that.
I'm not going to say the results of the predictions just yet because it's a landslide, just so you know.
Is it?
Yeah, we'll go through that
Okay.
one by one, but it is, I think, a landslide. And whoever won should have probably put a little lacquer on because they would have been in the money this weekend. But we start off at the early game was Wolves Liverpool, which ended 3-1 to yourself, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Good game, good second half from Liverpool, I thought, and first half a bit sloppy, but he came from behind and got the win in the end.
It's weird, watching the game or watching the highlights. The structure of the first half. I was like when we had three in midfield. It was a bit like there was no one making a run in behind. Like I feel like maybe Nunes needs to start in that front three just so we have an option to just try a long ball in behind or try something different. And then when Diaz came on for McAllister, when we had the four up front who just like pushed Wolves back, that four up front just seems to be working well for us.
So did you start with 3 and change it halfway through then?
Yeah.
Change it to 4.
Yeah, change it to a 4. So it was McAllister came off for Diaz, so we had Szoboszlai and
Curtis Jones.
Yeah, Curtis Jones are two centre mids, and then we had a front line of like Diaz, Jota, Salah, and Gakpo. It's like front four, just like pretty much like pushing Wolves back.
Yeah.
And it seemed to work really well because it created space for Robertson. So because Trent was injured, Robertson was the more attacking fullback, and then he scored a goal in his 200th appearance, which is pretty good.
Fair play.
For that. And
I
then
saw. I was just saying, I saw Cody Gakpo score and then got subbed immediately.
Yeah, immediately got
It's a bit harsh.
I think that was they were waiting to make that sub before.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I think out of the front four, he was probably the one who needed to come off. Like, I think he was just struggling in that. Yeah, I guess just not really playing well. But yeah, still loads of games to go. So hopefully he plays. I mean, not playing well and scoring a goal. You can't really complain with that.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised he got subbed immediately because usually like managers, give it another 5 or 10 minutes. But no, straight away. Didn't even like kick off. He was just off straight away. I'm surprised Nunes. Do you think he's like sort of pushing Nunes slowly into the team and eventually just start the games?
Yeah, I think that's what the plan is because I think it's just having him coming off the bench when he just got he's so fast. He's just quite strong holding up the play. Just causing a nuisance from a sort of tiring defence.
Yeah.
And just I guess it's working well for us now because when he came on, we had that focal point, and he was holding up the play, bringing other people into play, like just playing like a proper striker. And it's just maybe Klopp will slowly bring him into starting once we get the midweek games going. But yeah, I think at the moment it's working really well. Just Nunes coming on, just like Mr. Chaos.
He's good impact at the moment, yeah. But it'd be interesting when he starts games.
Yeah,
See how he gets on.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he has that same impact.
And Wolves, on the other hand, started well. Were busy. Probably should have scored another goal in that first half, but just the one.
I think they should have. That is it Pedro Neto?
Yeah.
Jesus,
He's a good player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's ripping us apart.
Yeah, he's a good player. I think he might. I don't know. Maybe a move to a bigger club. But
Yeah,
let's see.
and that Cunha, I don't know how he missed that. Open, like a free header, almost an open goal.
Yeah, he missed headers in the first game against us.
Oh, it's just poor. Like that's where Wolves I think would struggle. Like if they had just someone bit better quality striker,
Yeah.
then they would have been 2-0 up at the time.
Yeah, and for predictions, we both put Liverpool, so still still level there. Second game, Aston Villa Palace. These are
Yeah.
3 o'clock kickoffs. And after our number one fan Edouard scored,
Yeah.
make it 1-0 Palace. Villa scored in the 87th, 90 plus 8 and 90 plus 11 minutes to make it 3-1.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? Just I think I was watching the highlights of that, and just Palace just seemed to just crumble. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what happened. At least you don't know what happened.
Yeah, so obviously now the injury times are like ridiculous amounts.
Yeah, it's fun for the fans, to be fair, because there's more goals now, more last minute goals. But I guess it's not so fun for the players and managers, especially when they're in that. If there was a normal amount of added time, Palace would have got a point.
Yeah.
Now there's just an insane amount, so it gives both teams a chance to score. But
It's like, when a team, like, so say Palace, I don't know if they're doing it because I didn't watch the 90 minutes, but they're 1-0 up, second half, about 80 minutes or 70 minutes, they start time wasting when they're expecting, just slowing the game up, stuff like that. And now they're just adding more time on. Will teams stop doing that? So say like Sheffield United, we'll go on to those in a bit, but they were obviously time wasting.
yeah,
And then they got 11 minutes added on. And just like this game, Spurs turned it around in the later stages, like really late. I think it was the latest comeback in Premier League history.
yeah, yeah, that was.
Um, yeah, teams might start struggle to time waste now.
I personally like what the officials are doing with the added on time. That's probably the best thing they've been doing this season, because I think officiating in general has been pretty poor, but it's been poor for quite a while. Yeah, just the fact that teams get punished for time wasting rather than an added. Instead of 3 minutes, it'll be 4 minutes. Now instead of 3 minutes, they'll be like, you wasted about 10 minutes, so we're adding on 10 minutes.
Yeah, might give the teams the incentive to go get that second goal. So
Yeah,
sitting behind for a 1-0 lead or something. But
yeah, exactly.
yeah, it's interesting.
Or
But we
even if
both
they're time wasting, just at least time waste when the ball's in play. So
yeah
then you won't get the added on time.
pass around the back or something like
Yeah.
they do on FIFA clubs or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, fans might not be too happy with teams passing around the back, but you won't get the added on time.
Yeah, like we both put a Villa win, and I remember watching the game on Saturday, and I saw it was like 1-0 Palace. I thought, oh, I'll put a Villa win, I think. And then obviously they turned it around. So, but yeah, still level there. Both put Villa.
Still
Next
level,
game,
yeah.
Fulham v Luton. I think it was a bit of a dull affair, this one. 1-0
Yeah.
Fulham.
I think Luton probably played their best football since, and it's only been 4 games, but they played their best football this week. But just Fulham's quality is just have better players and better quality in the final third. Just overall too much for Luton, I think.
Yeah,
And that,
Luton had a higher XG, interestingly.
yeah, they were creating chances. They were creating a lot of chances. Just again, I think it's the same sort of thing we talked about with Wolves, where they just haven't got the guy who would get you the goals, even 15 goals.
That Edouard player.
Yeah, yeah, that Edwards player.
Yeah, so that was 1-0. We both put Fulham, so still
Yeah.
level.
That João Palhinha was pretty good, to be fair.
Oh, he's class.
He's so good. I think he's got, since he's joined Fulham, I think he's got the most tackles out of anyone in the Premier League.
Yeah, he's decent. I wanted
Good player.
United to look at him, but
I
I don't
think
know.
I think he signed a sort of short-term contract, so in the summer or maybe January, it'll be interesting to see if anyone goes for him.
Well, he was going to go to Bayern Munich, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I think he flew there and was at the headquarters, and this deal didn't go through because they couldn't get a replacement in, so he had to come back. So maybe he'll go there in January. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. See what happens, or maybe even a Premier League club could nick him.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, United can, because we need something. 3-1 against Brighton.
Oh yeah, that was.
And moving on.
Oh, that was. I'm just. I thought Brighton would play well, like they always do. So I thought it'd be a tough game. I didn't think it would be. I don't want to say. I don't want to be disrespectful to United, but it
Do
seemed
it, mate.
very
Do it.
easy. It just seemed look like the
Maybe.
game was too easy for Brighton to
But it
win.
was. 20 minutes we was okay. We were pretty attacking, creating chances, and we can't score them. And after that, I think Brighton worked us out. Knew what, because we was playing a diamond, which was new for us. And I think
Yeah,
Brighton thought, well, we can get more spaces on the wings. They did that. Fullbacks pushed on, and yeah, just dominated the play. They were just passing it around the back, at Old Trafford. What are you doing, United? I'm up.
it's that diamond formation. Unless I think you're going to push the fullbacks up, doesn't really offer you much because it's just everything's going down the middle of the park, and literally like what Brighton did, you just put your fullbacks, push them up out wide, and you can play in the middle, draw some few players out of positions, play out wide, and you've got like an overload 2v1 on the fullback every time.
Yeah.
But
And the first goal, I mean, all their goals were. I can't remember the third one, but I know the first two. The first one was a dummy. Defenders switched off. Second one was like a fake shot by Pascal Gross, a little dummy.
just sat there,
And
Martinez.
Martinez is just, I don't know where he's going. Probably going for pre-match drink or something. I don't know. Already. What? Wow, it's just terrible. I could go on about. I'm not gonna. I was fuming. Not gonna lie.
I was pretty shocked at that, to be honest. But
No, not that
Brighton,
shocked because you put Brighton to win.
I was shocked at the ease that I thought it
Oh,
might have
yeah.
been like a one, not a 1-0, maybe like a 2-1 or something, like a just sneak over the line. But Brighton just seemed to. Brighton looked like the home team. They looked like they
They
were
did.
just shocking. And then to sub Hoyland off when you need a goal, when he's probably your best player going forward, it's a bit.
Yeah, because
Bit strange.
Hoyland is it's a bit down at United at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, he should have scored in that first half. I mean, was it out? Was it not? Some angles look out, some look slightly in, but
yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? I don't know if they used the goal line technology camera angle where it's literally just pointing straight down, or not. But
I feel
there
a bit
was,
sorry for Hoyland in a way because he gave a few chances to Rashford, and Rashford just did not even look up and pass to him in a position. He is so greedy.
he was
Every
in that game.
and his shots were just wayward.
Yeah, I
So
don't think. I think the shots where he could have passed it to Hoyland, literally, like you said, didn't hit the target.
it's like every time he was just pelting it at the goal. No composure, not looking up to his teammate, might be in a better position. And
Yeah,
he takes Hoyland off for Martial, who didn't really do
that
much either.
that
That's what
was
the fans booed.
yeah, exactly. It's first of all you're taking off a guy who gives you a lot of energy,
Energy. Yeah.
a lot of energy, pulling players out of position with the runs he's making, and then you got a guy who's coming on who is the complete opposite. Just wouldn't do that for the team.
Yeah, I think him and Regulon, he looked good. Other than that, I mean, Eriksen had No, I'm not gonna say Erik's had a good game. He done a good couple of skills and passes and stuff, but yeah,
Just a bit more
mainly
help.
Reguilon and Hoyland looks a lot of energy and stuff like that. Anana though, he can't make. We got a keeper who can't make a save at the moment.
Oh, I know. I was looking at the goals, and none of them were like in the bottom corner, top corner, side netting. None of them were like amazingly placed shots. They were
No,
savable. All of them are savable.
I was saying to my dad, it's like we got an outfield player in goal because he can
He's
pass and stuff like that, but he can't save anything.
just can't say yeah. He does look very small in the goal. Is he? Is he 6 foot or is he smaller than that?
I don't know, but what I do know is maybe have a little phone call David De Gea, get him on the phone, and see how much he wants again. I'm sure next year. It's gone up in price, but yeah, maybe have a little word with him.
Yeah.
He still ain't got a club, surprisingly.
Oh wow.
Anyway, we'll move on that one. So you put Brighton up at United because I'm an idiot. But next game, Spurs, Sheffield United. So we sort of spoke about this earlier. Latest
Yeah,
comeback in Premier League history.
that's crazy that game.
And Richarlison gets a
Got a goal
goal, an
and an
assist.
assist. Yeah, pretty good, really good for. Like considering what he came out with, when he's been very open about his mental health struggles.
Yeah.
As much as I hate the player, but I got to give him that like respect for him for coming out and saying that, and then putting on a performance like that. I feel like maybe this could be his sort of Spurs career kicking on now.
Yeah, maybe.
It was another game that I noticed where the subs were making a big difference. A lot of games this game week, like Liverpool game when we made our subs, it changed the game. Spurs game, they made their subs, changed the game. So
Everyone except for United. Although the sub came on just quickly on that, they scored, the young kid. Fair play to him. And he scored a goal at Old Trafford, his first goal in senior football, and everyone like slagging off his celebration. I'm like, he scored a goal on his team he's played for since a kid. Give him a
yeah,
break.
exactly. How can you
Anyway,
how can you complain about a guy who's playing for his boyhood club scoring a goal when none of the team did anything? Like he was the only one who actually tried to. Well, he got a goal back.
I think it was mostly other fans, but yeah, I know
Oh
what you
right,
mean.
yeah, yeah. It's just you can't really. Yeah,
But yeah, Richarlison and Kulusevski get the win in the
it's
end. And did you see the red card as well for Ollie McBurney? Talking
uh
about terrible referee decisions. He's literally got a foul on him against him, and he's like said to the ref, literally, he's pulling my shirt, and the ref books him and sends him off.
yeah, I did see that. That I was just trying to think of which red card it was, to be honest.
Yeah,
Oh, that was pathetic. That I don't know. I don't actually know what goes through the official's mind. Like that's not officiating the game. He didn't. There was no dissent. There was no um like harassing or insulting the officials. It was just him just having a conversation. You're not allowed to speak to the refs now at all.
yeah,
That's
literally
just
just
awful.
in power.
Yeah, it's like the best league in the world with the worst officials. Like there's no consistency anywhere.
Yeah, terrible.
That was awful that game.
We both put Spurs,
That officiating,
so
sorry.
yeah, yeah, it was terrible. Now
Yeah,
we both put Spurs, so you're still 1-0 up.
still wonder.
Um, next game, West Ham Man City.
Oh yeah, that's just
That was kind of
this.
obvious.
Yeah, although Areola, um, just just trying his best to deny Haaland. Unfortunately, couldn't. But
Yeah, Holland didn't have a great day, did he?
no, he
He still
didn't.
scored.
Exactly. Yeah. Haaland had just kept missing chance after chance, but then only needed Well, I was going to say only the one, but maybe not the one. But you keep giving him chances, he's going to score.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
I mean,
just a little bit too much for West Ham to go and get the win. Although they were playing really well.
they were playing well, yeah. Probably, I think the Moyes wasn't happy with a few of the goals, especially one that was like scooped over, and Bernardo Silva's one just got like scooped in the air and just couldn't defend it. That's a soft goal, I think.
It was,
You
yeah.
got to be
I
strong
mean,
in there.
exactly. What was there, 2 centre backs around him, and he's 5'6", 6 foot
Yeah,
plus centre backs. Can't win a header. Can't win the ball against him.
yeah.
That was
But
poor.
yeah, they're unbeaten still, and they've won every game. So
Yeah, just City going on a run again, aren't they?
I wonder what their next game is. I haven't actually looked, but hopefully it's a tough one.
Well, we'll probably speak about that when we do our predictions.
Yes. Yeah, we both put C on that one though. So you're still 1-0 up.
Still on that.
And then Newcastle Brentford.
Oh yeah, that was
So that was 1-0 Newcastle. A penalty by
yeah,
Callum Wilson.
yeah, penalty. Although that was the challenge where Brentford's goalkeeper was pulling out the challenge, but still got him.
Yeah.
That's a bit. It's again like, wasn't it last week where that exact same thing happened, where the goalkeeper's pulling out and the penalty wasn't given, and now this week it is given. It's just no consistency.
No. I didn't know that Neil Maupay was at Brentford, by the way. Just looking at the team sheet here.
Yeah, I think they signed him.
On deadline day.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
I was surprised by that as well, but I think it should be a good signing for them because they needed that focal point. But then again, he's not an out and out striker, so it's not like he's sort of similar to Mbuemo, I think.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like a forward player, but not a striker, not a number 10. It's that.
But on this one, actually, surprisingly, you put a draw and I put Newcastle. So
Oh, nice.
it's all square.
All square. I just thought Newcastle would probably have a shaky performance, and Brentford mightn't get a point there.
I mean, they kind of did. They just luckily got the. Well, not luckily. Well, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Penalty.
Yeah, it was. It's just one of those decisions where because it's not clear and obvious that VAR wouldn't have overturned it if it went to it, but the officials give it the week before, and they don't give it the week before, sorry, and then they give it this week. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah. You got the
Yeah.
next one right. You put a draw for Bournemouth Chelsea. I put Bournemouth win. Which they were close to. Solanke had a good chance. I think it was like 75th or 79th minute.
Yeah.
But Chelsea come away with a draw there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I was like watching on, or like I think I was listening on Talksport, and they were saying their subs bench for Chelsea after spending 1 billion. Yeah, I'll name them out. Can you name the positions of these players? And I don't even know. So Ronnie Stutter, Alex Matos, Lucas Bergstrom, Alfie Gilchrist, Eugenio, I think that says, Ian Matson, Dordy Petrovic, Ben Chilwell, and Cole Palmer. So there's only two there. I actually know their positions,
Yeah. God,
which is ridiculous.
not a single one of them has had any Premier League experience as well. That's crazy.
Well,
That's
Chilwell, Palmer has, but yeah,
oh
well,
yeah,
Chalmers
yeah.
a little bit, but yeah,
Six out of the entire subs bench had no Premier
crazy.
League experience. That is crazy. That Caicedo got a knee injury. Mudryk makes his first start. Yeah, it's weird seeing a Chelsea team like this with Normally they would have a fairly strong 11 and then like a solid bench as well. But
Yeah, it's just like a complete overhaul.
yeah,
Like they won the Champions League in 2021 or
yeah,
2019.
2021.
2021.
Yeah, yeah,
And that was such a different team then. I'd like to get that team up and see this team, see the difference.
yeah. That would be interesting to see. I think it's again just Chelsea not really clicking. They're both Chelsea and Bournemouth just being like terrible in attack. Both defenses played well, but just that lack of firepower, lack of finishing, like clinical finishing up front.
Yeah. Yeah, you've gone ahead in the predictions there.
Oh yeah.
Put a draw. And then the last game, last game on the Sunday was Everton Arsenal.
Oh
Both put
yeah.
Arsenal win.
Yeah. That was a Trossard like thunderbolt.
It was a good goal, yeah. I think
Yeah,
Arsenal should
good.
have probably scored more. They just seemed to be fair, just in a training game, that whole game. Maybe a foot off the gas, but they got the win in the end.
Yeah, it's one of those where they probably thought, oh, we're playing Everton, they're in poor form, easy win, someone will get us the goal. Whereas just Everton just so bad in attacking quality again.
The offside though, Martinelli's goal. I really don't understand that in a way, how that was offside. Because the striker's closed down the Arsenal defender. He's got a block in, and it's blocked. The ball's gone to Nketiah, who passes it then to someone else who passes it to Martinelli. So they're saying Nketiah's offside, but it came off the striker. So Saliba or Gabriel is not passing it to Nketiah. I don't know. I don't see. There's just so many rules now. It's just like overcomplicated. It's bad luck, yeah, but I just don't see how that should be offside.
Yeah, it's a strange one as well, isn't it? It's because it's a deflection, but I guess yeah, it's a weird one because it's like if it was, say if it was like so that was given offside because it's technically a pass to the player.
Yeah, and he's
So
off.
then
So he's like not in the phase of play or something like that.
yeah,
But it comes off the Everton guy. I don't know.
it doesn't
It's
really
a weird
make
one.
sense. It's kind of like when the ball that sometimes when the ball hits the officials where they let the play go on and then sometimes they're like, oh no, they stop the game and they're like, oh, we'll give you a free kick or like drop ball or whatever they do for that.
Yeah,
It's like so yeah, it's a strange one. But then I suppose it wasn't an intended pass from the Everton defender. Like he didn't miskick the ball or anything, it just hit him. So if they're consistent with that, then that makes sense. If it just deflects off a defender and it goes to an attacker who's in an offside position, then it's offside. But then if it doesn't, then if it's sort of a miskick or a misplaced pass or a miscontrol, then it's not offside because it's come directly off the defending player.
yeah, yeah. And then last game, I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. Nottingham Forest v Burnley 1-1.
Oh, it was actually surprisingly a good game, really good game.
Oh, did you watch it? Fair play.
Yeah, it was like quite it was quite like an open game. Both teams playing really good football. Uh, just Burnley actually unlucky not to get away with the win, but just with Hudson-Odoi's unbelievable strike, such a good finish. Like from who is it? Yeah, unsurprisingly, Awoniyi
Oh,
is
the boy.
involved.
The man.
He's involved in yet another goal. He passes it back to Hudson-Odoi, takes a touch, and then goes for a curler in the far corner, and it is just like pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah.
So
Someone was
good.
saying to me that the Forest team reminds them of the old Swansea team, where they had like quick wingers on the left of Kieran Dyer and not Nathan Dyer, and what was the other one? Scott Sinclair or
Yeah,
Wayne Routledge, and then Michu up in the middle,
Maurizio, yeah.
just like pace and a forward sort of target man, because they've got obviously Alanga and now Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
One in the middle. Now they look like a good solid team now. Because I think last year they had so many players come in, they didn't really have a set team.
No, they didn't.
And I think they were probably happy to take the money for Brendan Johnson with these players they've got up front. They don't really know where he fits in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where he fits in either. But I guess that's probably why they signed Hudson-Odoi, because they had a feeling that Brendan Johnson was going out the club, and that was a great signing.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi, 4 years ago, had multiple bids from Bayern Munich, and Chelsea rejected them all, and they just sold him to Nottingham Forest. So what get for Nottingham Forest? Hopefully he does well. He scored, so hopefully he does well for him.
Yeah, hopefully he does. Yeah, good start for them, and Chelsea selling a player who scored a goal.
I can't really laugh, but oh well. Right, quickly do our predictions for the weekend, and then maybe I'll go on to the Champions League. That'll start this week. First game of the game week coming up: Palace versus Fulham.
Oh, that is tough. I'm going to say a draw on that one.
You're going draw. I'm going to go Palace.
Palace.
But could go either way.
Yeah, it could do.
And then Luton versus Wolves.
Oh, this is the game where both teams are actually playing quite well. So
Hey, Wolves and Luton.
I'm gonna. Pardon?
Both teams playing quite well. Luton and Wolves.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they're playing good football, but they're just obviously struggling up front with their final.
Oh, right. You think it's got
piece.
draw written all over it?
I'm actually going to say Luton. Their home game against a team that they could beat, so I'm going to go for Luton.
Go Luton.
Yeah, first win of the season.
I'll go Wolves. Sorry, Luton. Man City versus Forest. I mean, we don't really need to.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Forest.
Yeah. It's like my heart is saying Forest, but my brain's saying City.
Just want the Premier League to be interesting.
You know what? I'm gonna go for a Man City win.
Yeah, I think I'll probably just do the same.
Man City, yeah.
Haaland hat trick probably.
Yeah, probably. Reckon
Next,
1 year we'll get a goal.
oh, come on, get two.
1 year we'll get 2 goals.
Haaland hat trick.
Haaland hat trick, yeah.
We got Brentford Everton.
Brentford at home. They at Everton, they're just struggling a lot at the moment.
Yeah. I might go. Yeah, I'll go Brentford.
It's hard to say it as well, because Everton haven't won a game this season.
Yeah, I think maybe they could do something in that game.
I don't think they can win.
No.
But nah, I just think Brentford have too much quality going forward.
Okay, next one this is 8:00 kickoff on a Saturday. That's an odd one. Burnley, Man United.
It's a tough one, because Burnley are playing well, and United aren't. But United do get the win sometimes, and they're not playing well. I'm gonna go draw because it's at Burnley.
Go and draw. You know my pick.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, can you pick against your club? Would you ever do that?
Nah, I'd never do that.
You can't, can you?
Nah, you can't.
What a game on Sunday.
Great game.
I will be watching this.
This
Arsenal
is a Super
Spurs.
Sunday. This is a Super Sunday. This is tough. I'm gonna go Arsenal.
Mate, that's a tough game, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I remember like, back in the day, these used to be great games.
Yeah, is it a few 4-alls, 2-alls?
Loads of goals.
Loads of goals in the game. Hopefully, like based on the two teams' current form, it should have a lot of goals in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Arsenal. I think they just might
just edge it.
Have the edge on Spurs there. Brighton and Bournemouth.
Brighton at home.
Yeah, I think so as well. And then Chelsea Villa.
Villa. Got to be Villa in it. Nah.
This is a big game again.
It is.
Chelsea at home.
It is. Chelsea. It's almost a must-win for Chelsea at this point.
So you're going Villa.
Yeah, I'll go for Villa. It's just Chelsea have a weird thing where they've got game like I know it was against Luton where they show that they can score goals, but then when they come up against a team with a little bit better quality, a little bit more solid in defence, then it just not really taking their chances.
I'm gonna go draw.
Draw.
Just to be a bit different.
Yeah, that's fair.
Liverpool West Ham.
Yeah, for them.
Liverpool for me. I don't know. It seems like loads of games this week. Sheffield United and Newcastle, last one.
I'm gonna go. That's great. I'm gonna go draw.
Go draw on that one.
Yeah.
Sheffield United. Yeah, I could see that.
Because Newcastle just had a midweek game, so players might be a bit knackered, not really used to the 2 games a week sort of style.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle.
But I can see your point there. I'll see McBurney be out for Sheffield United.
Yeah. Actually, do you think they'll get overturned, or do you think I can't? If it gets overturned, yeah, I can't see it either, because then it's the sort of the officials turning their back on one of their own sort of thing.
Yeah. Their predictions is 1-1.
Oh, nice.
So he got one back this week. And yeah, we'll talk about Champions League in part 2. So stay tuned for the channel for that one.
Yeah, stay tuned for part 2.